Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing really well today. I am doing alright myself. It's actually really hot here. It kind of cooled off for a little bit and then we got like a spike of heat today, so it's been a little rough, but here we are. It's like 80 some degrees, which is hot here, especially when you don't have AC. Luckily right now this room is actually pretty cool, which is kind of surprising because usually this room is like beyond hot, but I do have some Diet Coke right here. So sorry. But I might need that depending. But I don't think this video is going to be like super long, but you never know. So I do have that with me. Real quick, I just want to go over the bag I've been using. You guys have probably seen the title, so you kind of know we're going to be talking about the spring 2026 Runway Coach collection and just my thoughts on that. But real quick, I just wanted to go over the bag I've been using lately, which has been this bad boy right here. This is the Times Square Tabby 26, and this is probably in top 5 of my favorite bags, just of all time and in general. Like, this one is, to me this is like one of the most perfect bags you can really get. I just absolutely love kind of everything about it, and I think this is one of their most, especially in current day, one of their most underrated bags. And I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't as big of a thing as I thought it was going to be initially, but I just think this is just an absolutely gorgeous piece, and yeah. So I'll show you guys. So it is in this really fun quilting, which I think is just so different and unique as far as quilting goes and bags and all that stuff. So I just really do love it. The feel, this is Napa leather, so it feels so nice. It is a little bit kind of like squishy. It is structured, but not like, there is some give to it just because it is a larger bag. I do have little P charms on it right now, but I just think this is just so pretty. And originally at first I wasn't like, if you guys remember, saw that video of that Runway collection, I wasn't originally sold on these bags just because I had the OG quilted tabby right here, and I was like, oh, it's going to be kind of similar to that. Why would I want to spend more money on that? It's still going to be Napa leather and all that stuff. But once I saw it in person, not this one, let me grab my other one. I think this is burgundy or something. I saw this one. I wish they had this color in this size. That would have been like stunning, but I think they just have the black and the 26, if I do remember correctly. This is the 17, I believe. So the smallest size you can get. I got this one at the outlet when it came out a year plus, I don't even know, ago, and I originally was, like I said before, wasn't sold, and then I saw it and felt it in person, and I was like, I'm sold. Like, gorgeous, stunning. So I usually only take like my burgundy one out during the fall, just because that one I do baby, I will say, because I am like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything with you, you're so perfect, I can't touch whatever. But my larger size right here, I'm like, I'll use every day, all the day, all the time, and this is just such a good workhorse, and it just has such a unique kind of like vintage kind of leather kind of look to it, but like in a good way. I don't know how to explain it. I just think it gives me like Chanel jumbo flap in like a good way kind of thing, kind of vibes to it, at least the vintage ones. So that's kind of the vibe. But you have your pocket in the back here, magnetic, of course. The bottom, you still have that really fun quilting. And then the one thing I will say I wish for this one is that they made larger straps for the larger size, kind of like the soft tabby, those thicker straps. I wish they did that. But this is just a big open buckle, genuine apple leather. And you can fit so much stuff in it. I haven't even like gotten close to being able to fit everything in this one. You can, unlike the regular like tabby 26s, because this is so like tall and boxy, you're actually able to fit quite a bit of stuff in it. And then on this you just kind of have, you have leather lining down here and then canvas on the other pockets, and then you have your zipper in the middle as well, right here and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much this bag. I've just loved this one non-stop lately. It is just, this is like one of my all-time favorite bags, just easily in the top 5. Probably like the Rogue 39, is it 39? Yeah, 39. The Empire 48, the Times Square tabby 26. Perfect. Perfect. Like I just can't even. They're just so pretty. I don't know how else to describe it. And like the feel of it, it just feels so nice. It's just the ultimate bag for me. And then this one does come with your other chain as well. Just like the smaller version of it. But I really wish they came out with a different color in this one. What also I wish they did was, I wish the sequin one, not the sequin, the beaded one that was on the Runway, that was in either like the silk or the satin. I wish I were somehow able to source that or get that in my hands, because I think that would be like one of my ultimate dream bags, is to have like that Runway piece. But I don't know how hard it would be to source that or to get that, or like how expensive that would end up being. But that is like dream bag, dream list, is to get the Times Square tabby in that satin silk beaded. That would be like, oh, I really wish they made at least some of those into production, so like a general population would be able to get it. So I'm really, man, I just keep thinking about that one. So that's always on my radar. If I like randomly see that pop up somewhere, I'm gonna be like, no, you're coming with me, because the Times Square tabbies are just perfect. They just are. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling on. That has been the bag I've been wearing, and I just love everything about it. Okay, so moving along, I'm gonna be just using my phone to kind of help me as far as what went on with the Coach show. What were your guys' thoughts on it? Were you happy with it? Were you disappointed by it? Originally I was like, oh, okay, that's it, kind of thing. But then there are a couple pieces I was actually kind of excited for. Usually with the pieces I'm excited for, they're not going to make it into production, so I'm not like holding my breath on that one. So, but we'll just talk about some of them anyways. So we'll just start off with obviously the Kiss Lock barrel bag. They did do the like release a little bit of the Runway collection, so you can buy it before it like comes out if it does make it into the production. So they did release that. I believe they were all, no, they weren't all, I don't think they're all in suede, but a lot of them were in the suede. And I think these are pretty fun, pretty bags if you are into like a barrel bag situation. I had one, oh gosh, I don't even know what it was called, but it was like a wicker, and then, anyways. Not a fan of barrel bags. I think they're pretty awkward for me to hold and carry just in general, so I'm not like the biggest fan of them. So for me, this wasn't something I was going to spend money on, especially considering they're $525. But I do think they add a lot of very fun elements like the kiss lock to it. I think that Coach's suede is very beautiful. Now I don't have it, so I can't say, you know, for sure like, oh yes, this is top tier, but just seeing from their other suede stuff, I'm assuming it's probably going to be pretty nice, especially with that price point. So overall, I thought that was okay, just not my cup of tea. I'm not one for a barrel bag, but it looks like that one just is a shoulder bag, and it looks like they're pretty large too, just from how the models were carrying it and stuff. They seem to be a little bit bigger. On the Runway, it did look like they had a couple variations of the leather. They had some of the denim, the suede, and all that kind of stuff, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Kind of going along with the kiss lock variation, it looks like they have another little kiss lock. It looks more like a hand-held one and more like a circular kind of shape. It looks like they have a couple different denim variations of this. It looks like they might have like a suede, some leather. And then again, I think this is pretty. I kind of like the size of this. I think that's kind of fun. You can use this as like, it's like more of a pouch kind of thing, or like a little clutch that you can carry around, versus it being like an actual like a crossbody or shoulder bag kind of thing, because I don't think there's any straps or anything that come with it. But I think that this is fun. Kiss locks just seem to be kind of coming back, especially in the Coach lineup as of the last couple seasons. So I'm not like super shocked by it, but I think that will be fun for people, you know, who enjoy kind of that stuff. And then still continuing on with the kiss lock theme, we got what looks to be like a bleaker bucket bag kind of situation, but then it has a kiss lock on the front of it, which looks kind of fun and cool. Again, it's like another kind of little fun variation of the bleaker like bucket bag. So if you do kind of enjoy that and you kind of want, for me, I feel like a lot of bucket bags can be kind of boring. So to have that little kiss lock element on the front is kind of something different, kind of fun. So definitely one to check out. I have no idea whether or not this was going to make an introduction, pricing, any of that kind of stuff. But I really do kind of like the different kind of color variations that they have. And then they also have some pretty fun like bag charms. I'm just looking at one right now where it's like a book. That's definitely one that I'd probably purchase unless it was $200+. You know, but that looks really fun. I doubt it's gonna make an introduction because I kind of like it. So there's that one, which I think is fun. And then they're still doing like those little kind of like lanyard coin pouch, can fit like a dust bunny, maybe a penny, a quarter of a stick of gum kind of thing. So I think that those are kind of fun. The only way I could do that again would be if I was using it more as like a bag charm, kind of to accessorize like my Empire or because I don't really know of any other bag that I have that would be kind of large enough. I guess I have a couple totes that are pretty long. I might could kind of MacGyver it to look kind of good, but that's really the only thing I could think of that I would ever use it for. I would never wear it as like a lanyard, but it did look like they had just quite a little few variations of those. Let's see what next. And then they had they looked like large, oversized tabbies that they were being held as clutches. I don't know if they are technically clutches, because it doesn't matter what bag, they never have it on crossbody. They are always holding it like a clutch. So whether or not this is actually a clutch or not, I have like no idea whether or not it is. But sorry, my cat is feeling like they want to scream. But I just think it is so fun. I love them. I love these ones. I actually really do like these ones a lot. I like the kind of fun, they have like a really white kind of denim, which I think is just chef's kiss. It is so pretty. They have it in like a leather, they have it obviously in the denim. These ones just look so cool. I really want to know like how actually big they are, just because all their models are like little pencils, so you know, like it's kind of hard to gauge how big some of these bags are, to be honest. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that, especially that white-ish kind of denim one. Oh, that has me like feeling feelings. That is so sick, and I'm very... Hello, it's me again. Sorry, my camera ran out of storage because I never delete anything off of it, so I had to delete stuff off of it. But anyways, I was just talking about that oversized Coach tabby, whether or not it's a clutch or not, I don't really know. It could be. Either way, it has like a big yes from me. I'm very excited for that. So it has me a little nervous because I am so excited for that it actually is not going to come into production. The other one I'm super excited for, let me pull it up. Let me make sure I get everything, sorry. Maybe I should have done this when my camera died, but I did not. But that is just kind of how it goes with me, I feel like. Oh gosh, what is it called? Okay, so this one looks like a variation of the Plaza bag. I wanted to say the Nolita, but obviously the Nolita is the outlet. But the Plaza bag, this one looks like an oversized version of the Plaza bag. And then it really has that iconic kind of quilting, mix-matched material, prints kind of vibe to it. That was obviously really popular in the early 2000s. I just think that is really cool. I love kind of like the oversizedness of it. This is actually one that I would very excited for and would potentially purchase, especially if the oversized tabby is like ridiculously priced. I might go for this one. This one might be a little bit better. But again, I just think this is really cool. I love the kind of the oversizedness of it. I'm just very excited for it. I'm assuming that's probably another variation of the Plaza bag that they just released, the two sizes of it. But again, very excited for that, and just to see if that makes it into production or what will actually make it into production. I think that's kind of like always the big thing. It's like, well, what's going to make it, what's not going to make it? Because usually everything I want, again, like I've said like a million times by now, it doesn't actually make it into the production, but you never know. You know, maybe this is my new year, new me, when it actually, you know, ends up coming out, if it, you know, it does. But, so, those are kind of like the bags that were shown. They did a couple of the, like the Upcrafted ones that they usually do, or have been doing ever since they really started that program up, which they're, to me, it's not... I'm just not an Upcrafted kind of person just because they are so expensive. They are insanely expensive. I know I still have like my Upcrafted points or kind of cash that I can use to do it, so eventually I will want to do it just because I have like, I don't know, at least like $250 towards it that is quote-unquote free, so I will eventually want to use that on like a bag or something. But as far as like just buying it from their actually like Upcrafted store, I'm probably never gonna do that just because they are like very expensive. So I can't really speak to how great of quality those ones are because I just have never bought one. And I don't really plan to. But if that is something that you do like, sometimes they do release those. Like when they released the barrel bags, they did release the some of their Upcrafted ones that were featured in the show. So, just so you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the bags. One other thing that I really did like and enjoy that I have to say were the I don't I like the pants. Like those plaid pants where they had like a strip of the plaid and then like a different color. Those are so cool. Like I know that's pretty simple and I'm sure that it's been done before like with other brands. But I saw that and I was like, man, I could actually really wear that, especially during like the during this season, the fall season. I think that looked really cool, very different, but still kind of like, I don't know, fashionable, but yet you could still wear it, if you know what I mean. Like some of it, I feel like a lot of the stuff, it's just like so far left or so, just so crazy. And you're just like, yeah, it's cool, but what setting am I actually gonna wear this in? Because it's just a little outlandish. So, I feel like that it's like it has a little bit of like pizzazz to it, but it's still actually wearable. So, and that's coming from somebody who's kind of like basic and bland, so take that with a grain of salt too. Uh, yeah, I'm literally wearing like a bro tank right now, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But yeah, anyways, what were your thoughts during the Coach 2026 spring collection show? Do you have any favorites? Do you have ones you're excited for? Ones you hope make it into production? Where you're just like, meh, it's okay, you're kind of tired of Fashion Week? Or are there any other shows that you're looking forward to or excited about? Just let me know down in the comments and whatnot, and hope you guys all take care, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Ciao.